I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. Did he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's coming up next.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Brent, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from the quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Powell out of the shotgun. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And the Washington first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson down to about the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Washington.
Throwing here, Howell. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Howell's got this one to Robinson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Howell. Able to find the open man. That's First down, Washington. Logan Thomas from 17 yards out. And the command. Extra point away from evening this one up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Boston Scott. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Cron Martin. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Off play action, it's Howell. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. And he's caught. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Hassan Reddick able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Howell from the gun. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 40 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here's Scott to return it. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts heading back to work. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. leads rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 32-yard
Hurts.
line.
Complete. Smith has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's got some space here. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's ball. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to...
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense set to take over. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Howell throwing on first down here. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go play action. Howell. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This now a 3rd and 4. Powell down to throw it. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This is fielded at the 27. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Swift. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Swift again, and this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 3rd and 9 here. Here's Howell. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's does an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Hurts. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. They're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up the screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And out come the Eagles. Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This is Swift on the counter. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble. And now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense. Making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game when he took off running.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. The throw over the middle taken in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Howell. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense set to begin the next drive. Last time I remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, moving a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by 20, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he's put it points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So here we go now with Hal and the Commanders. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores.
Hal's throw complete there to Thomas.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hal, he'll look to throw it.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Here's Howell.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagles. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Gotta go, we don't move it scary. Last time I shed a tear, that when Prince died. This ain't basketball.